In this video on Ebony the King's Return, we're going to be looking at Monarch gear, how to get it, how to use it. So here, as you see, I have level 4s and 5s equipped at the moment. In the top left we have the staff, then the crown, grail, decoration, horn and crystal. I'm going to start here with the staff. As you see, you have the mountain staff for boosting ground troop attack, thunder for mounted troop attack, wind for ranged, fire for siege machine, and arrows is going to boost all stats. As you see, this one is going to boost all by 12%, but an equally leveled fire staff is going to be 20%, but only for the one troop type out of 4. So arrows is going to be good for flexibility and to maybe consider having on most of the time. But depending on what you want to do, attacking another player, for instance, with a largely ranged attack, you may want to consider the wind staff. If you're doing bosses, a thunder staff, and so on. As you see, the grail is going to be for troop stats, and the arrows, although staff is for attack, grail for HP, and decoration for defense. And as you see, they're going to have the same names and they follow the same principles depending on what you want to do with them, attacking another player, depending on what troops you have to equip the appropriate one. Although if you're not sure, having just the arrows on is going to be a pretty good bet. Although again, with monsters and bosses, you're probably going to want to be using cavalry, and so therefore should use the thunder grail. I believe at around about keep 20 or so, you will get a free thunder staff of level 4 or 5. So keep that in mind. You might want to be checking each of these throughout the days of the week to see if you've got anything new that you didn't see that you got, and also composing them, as I'll show you here. Level 1s here, you need 3 of them, as I do, to go and compose and to compose one. As you see here, when I click compose on a level 2, I have 4 of those right now. When I do that, I only have 1 left, but now I have an extra one of these. When I compose, as you see, I have 3 right now. When I click compose, I will now have 0, but I have more of these. I click compose again. I only have 2 of these, so I cannot compose them. However, you can do that. There's no reason to not compose them. Just get them up to your highest level. Do be aware, if you have something that's able to be composed and you equip it like this, as you see, I can now not compose this. I have to remove it, and now I can compose it again. So sometimes if you have something equipped, you're going to have to unequip it before you can compose it, as it counts as not being in your inventory if you have it currently equipped. So we're just going to go ahead and equip my arrows again. For now, it's going to go for all of these in terms of composing. Now we're going to go down here to the horn. The war horn is going to be for capacity. Courage for march speed, which is going to be good mostly in PvP. Loyalty for troop load, which is going to be good mostly for attacking other players and stealing their resources, plundering them, especially if you're trying to attack someone multiple times to zero out their resources. Using this horn is going to be especially effective. And then finally, the justice horn, which is what I usually have equipped at all times for march speed to monsters, boss monsters. This is going to really help you do more throughout the day, especially if you're leading a rally against a boss monster. Although these other ones have their uses, like march size capacity, if you really needed that for PvP or even a boss. If you needed that extra little bit to use those, I'm sure you'd be able to figure out the best way to use these. Now we also have the production and gathering crystals. The first 4 are going to be for for producing, and the last 4 for gathering. So we have earth for food, water for lumber, wind for stone, and fire for ore. And that's going to be light for food. This is obviously going to be wood here, or lumber. Thunder for stone, and the golden for ore. Now what I recommend doing with these, and it will be a similar thing with the crowns that I'll get into in a moment, you're going to want to equip more permanently one of these crystals, the first four, for producing more resources over time, although you're going to want to use these other ones for gathering speed temporarily when you're gathering. So what you would do is you would have, if you wanted to produce and gather food quickly, you would have the earth crystal on, for instance, almost permanently. And when you're sending your troops out to gather on the world map in a resource spot, a farm, you would send your troops to it, but before you do that, you would equip the light crystal. Then you send your troops. When they arrive at the resource spot, then you can, and only then, can you go back to the earth crystal and equip it again. This means that you'll still get the boost, but you can remove it after your troops have already arrived, and you'll still get the bonus gathering speed. If you have any questions about that and it's a bit confusing for you, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. But we're going to get started with the crowns now. The intellect is going to be for research speed, strength crown for building speed, crafting speed, training speed, healing speed, and trap building speed. That's a key thing to remember that I've done wrong in the past when I first started playing, is I thought troop training would count for traps. There is a separate one for traps, which is going to be the durable crown, so do keep that in mind. There's a lot of things in here, so it's easy to miss out on one. Now the best way to use these is going to be similar to the production ones. I personally keep the strength crown on more permanently, although it doesn't really matter. What you're going to do with these is you're going to put a crown on, if it be for research or for building, for crafting, for training troops. You put one on and then you train the troops, and then you take it off again. You put the strength crown on, for instance, for building speed. You start a building and then you take it off again. Or you can do the same for research, crafting gear in the forge, healing troops in your hospital, or the durable crown for trap building speed. Also keep in mind you can pair these with duties. I'll leave the link down below for the duties video. That's going to also help you for getting those speeds up if you have good generals to appoint to the duties, which is going to be found in the keep if you wanted to work it out yourself. Each of these is going to be very vital to your growth, and that's why it's good to watch the next part of this video about how to get some of these, and to always be opening in your items the gear chests, always coming in here and composing them, remembering 3 of these can be composed into a level 3, 3 level 3s can be composed into 1 level 4, and so on. So now we're going to be getting into how to get these. I'll show you in a second here. So here we are in the store by coming back to our main city view and clicking in the gem amount in the top right. In the special tab up here, we have crowns available for sale and staffs and so on. You can buy anything here in level 1s, remembering you can compose or combine together 3 level 1s to make a 2, 3 level 2s to make a 3, and so on. As you see, they're slightly expensive, especially for those free players to be able to buy these, especially where you need quite a few of them to be able to make the higher levels. But do keep in mind, early in the game, this can be a good way to get level 3s at least, especially for crowns, being the research crown, strength crown, and training crown, although you can get the others if you really wish to do so, but it can become quite expensive to do that. So do keep in mind you can buy them here, but throughout playing from various chests and events, as we'll show you in a second here, you can actually get those for free, kind of. We have clicked on the Fire Festival celebration icon near the event center. Depending on when you're watching this video, another event may be active. or may have no events on at all. So do remember that. The event center itself may also have these types of events in it from time to time, and you'll be able to look through the rewards and see what you're able to do to get gear and other items. In the King's Path icon here, in day 3 under God's Blessing, and again depending on what event you have active, it may be in a different spot or may not be there at all. You can offer in the shrine to get gear chests, as you see here, which will give you a random level 1 monarch gear. And just be careful looking through these and looking at all the rewards that are available, and see what you can get and what you have to do to complete those. If there's anything you're having trouble with completing in the future that can also get these chests, feel free to leave it down in the comments and I'll try to help you out. But now we're going to be looking at the patrol icon on the walls of our city to see what we're able to get from there. So in the patrol icon on the walls of our city here, so in patrol here we have plenty of rewards available that you can check out by clicking the information icon in the top right, and you can scroll down and see all of them. You have level 1s of gear available, level 3s, speeds, resources, and so on. As you see here, my reward that I can claim by clicking Gems Patrol is 10,000 stone. When I do that, it will start rolling for another one. If I click Gem Patrol, it will roll again and it will give me the reward that is on here. You can refresh, but this is not the same. Refreshing will only refresh this. It will not give me any rewards. So I don't really recommend using gold, although you can, because it can save you the gems. But personally I wouldn't. But given you can get level 3s in here, it's pretty good. As you see here, technically this is like 200 or so gems, but I'm getting it for 30. Although you're not getting exactly what you want, it is a bit of a random draw. If you have some gems available, try your luck in here and try to get those level 3 gears if you can. I'm going to keep rolling a little bit and you can watch and we'll see what we can get. As you can see, I got some level 1 gears. I just got a level 3 here, which I wasn't expecting, and 24-hour speed, some resources. We'll just go one more and see what we can get. Got another decoration. This is going to be one of the best ways, especially if you have quite a few gems to spare. Again, especially as a spender, you're going to have the ability to buy more as well. Going through here, trying to get those level 3s, perhaps even getting more than one level 3 and combining them into those higher ones is going to give you a very large boost. I do recommend, as fast as possible, at least getting a level 3 of those key crowns, maybe even the stat ones. With that, I think I'll end this video. Thank you for watching.